A very good morning, students. Yesterday I shared with you the syllabus of term 2. You are having two chapters. First is your light energy and heat. So we are going to start with your chapter 4, that is light energy. This you have already done in your class 6th. We are now going to do the extension of these topics related to this concept, that is light. So first of all, starting with the definition of light. Light is the form of energy which gives us the sensation of vision or sight. So while writing the definition, you should note the keywords. So for example, if they in your exams they are asking you the definition of light, you will write it is the form of energy. So first keyword is form of energy, which gives us the sensation of vision or sight. The next keyword is sensation of vision. Now in your class 6th also you have done the properties of light. There you did two properties. That first is the light travels in straight line path, and that property is called as your rectilinear propagation of light. And the second one you did was the speed of light. What is the speed of light? It is 3 into 10 raised power 8 meter per second. Now it is due to rectilinear propagation of light that it caused the shadow of an opaque object. So how we are able to obtain the shadow of opaque objects? It is because of rectilinear propagation of light. And the other point you have to remember is that transparent objects does not produce any shadow. And the other points are also there in your book, that we can't see light. We can only see the other objects in presence of light. And how we are able to see any object? It is when the light after striking the objects returns in the same medium and it reaches our eyes. Because of this phenomena, we are able to see the objects around us. The light from the source of light will fall on that object, and after striking the object, it will return back in the same medium and it will reach our eyes, so we can see the objects around us in the presence of light. Now the next topic we are having is reflection of light. So here you can see this, I have taken a plane surface. Here the light is striking on this surface, it falls here, and after striking it returns back in the same medium. So you will write the returning of light in the same medium after striking a surface is called the reflection of light. This can also be understood by the simple example of a ball. When you throw the ball on the ground, you might notice that it rebounds after striking the ground. And this can be related with this particular topic. So you can see that light falls here on this surface, and after striking the surface it returns back in the same medium. This phenomena is called reflection of light. Then you might have noted that when light falls on an object, a part of light is reflected and the other part which is not reflected, it can be absorbed by the object or it will pass through the object. So if you remember, we have done three kinds of objects: transparent, translucent and opaque objects. In opaque objects, the light gets absorbed. So if this is an opaque object, what will happen? Some part of light will get reflected and the other part of light will be absorbed by this opaque substance. But if this object is transparent, then what will happen? some part will get reflected and the other part will get passed. So if this is a transparent object, the part of light will get passed through this particular transparent object. Next we are having that different objects reflect light to different extents. So here you can see, if the object is like your plane mirror, which is highly polished and smooth surface, it will reflect the maximum light which is falling on it. And if the object is transparent, it will reflect least amount of light. And if the object is black, then it will absorb all light which is falling on it and it will reflect none. It will not reflect any light. And one main point is there, that light can travel through vacuum. Vacuum means the surface or the space where no medium is there. No air is there, no water is there, no solid is there. So light can travel through vacuum also. And this is the reason we are able to receive sunlight on earth, because the sunlight travels through space is having vacuum and it reaches earth. That's why we are able to receive the sunlight, because the light can travel through vacuum. Done with this. Next we are having plane mirror. Plane mirror, you can see the diagram. How we can make plane mirror? For that we will take a thin plain glass plate. We will take a thin plain glass plate and we will do silvering on one surface. So you can see it is having two surfaces, the front and the back one. On this surface, on the back surface, we will do silvering, and this surface on which silvering is done is called your silvered surface. And the other surface from where the reflection of light take place, from where the light reflects, is called reflecting surface. And the silvered surface is coated with some opaque material. So after doing the silvering, we will coat it with the opaque material to safeguard the silvering. Okay, to safeguard the silvering, we will coat it with the opaque surface. And when we are talking about the light, it will fall on the front side of the polished surface. So it will enter this plane mirror from this side and it will be reflected from the silvering, from the silvered surface where silvering is done, and the opaque material will prevent it to pass through it. It will not allow the light to pass through it. So the main points to remember in this plane mirror are that firstly we have to take a thin plain glass plate. We will do silvering on one surface. That surface is called silvered surface. The other surface is called reflecting surface, from where the light will reflect. And after silvering, we will coat this silvering with any opaque material, and that will be your opaque surface. It will safeguard the silvering and it will not allow light which is falling on this surface to pass through it. Okay, the light will get reflected from this silvered surface. So I hope that these three topics are clear to you. If you have any doubt, you can either ask in your online class or you can put your question in comments. Thank you. Have a nice day.